Not many people know that I'm sick.
When we moved to where we are now, people we bought the house from, they had said to us, be careful of Lyme disease, and then we met all the neighbors. Every house had at least one case, and many houses, all of the family had been infected. All of them were sick.
It started when I was 7 years old. It's affected every part of my life and who I am as a person. The pain is never ending.
I went from being like a gifted athlete to, you know, there's times it's hard to put a shirt on.
I used to do ballet. I was really confused when the doctors told me there was nothing wrong with me and I was just making it all up.
It's extremely implausible that there is a chronic infection, chronic Lyme disease. It's kind of the disease du jour.
Ow. Some infectious disease doctors, they don't believe in Lyme, and they said that I was faking it and pretending so I could get out of school.
My case, which could have been controlled with a single bottle of doxycycline, at the time I was bitten, would have cost $25 or $50. As it is, I'm guessing that my case has now amounted to $75,000 to $100,000.
I've been misdiagnosed as having chronic fatigue syndrome, lupus,
MS, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue,
lupus, fibromyalgia, MS,
chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, ALS to MS to nothing.
We've done your labs. Your labs are fine. You're fine.
I think it's all psychosomatic. I don't think you are ill.
There's no medicine for someone like you. You're an attractive girl, and obviously you don't feel like you're getting enough attention.
We allege that Dr. Jones prescribed an antibiotic to a patient he did not know and had never examined.
I suppose it's no surprise that the person being charged is one of the foremost Lyme disease practitioners in the country.
Lyme is the fastest growing infectious disease in the country. 200,000 new cases a year, maybe even more.
It is a political disease and an economic disease as much as it is a bacterial-borne infection.
I would never have thought that something like a bacteriological infection can become so politicized, the truth can be so brutally distorted.
Dr. Jim Sack's license is suspended for 1 year. That concludes the hearing in this matter.
It won't be too long before some of the critics have family members who have Lyme disease because it's the next tsunami. And when they do, you know, and if they're sick, they'll want to come to me.
What's at stake is life or death.
Maybe my death can help other people so they don't have to suffer as I had suffered for so long.
Anxiety about Lyme disease is a big problem. We know for certain that patients who do have Lyme disease can be treated. More than 95% of them get better without any problems. That's really the bottom line.
I was treated and then considered cured and went on to have 2 more children, which I then gave it to them congenitally. And they have been very ill.
So it passed on through the placenta, through the cord blood, through my 4 children.
We don't know if the medication has kept the bacteria only in my body. I don't know if it's been transmitted.
Transmission of Lyme disease to a fetus has been of concern to patients. There has not been one documented case of congenital Lyme disease.
While we're battling between what's right and what's wrong, the patients are all suffering.
Before my Lyme disease got so bad I was able to talk. Now I have to use a communication device.
This is what happens when you don't get diagnosed and you don't get some kind of treatment.
Multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, ALS. Could it be that some of the cases of spinal cord degeneration are actually due to a sneaky manifestation of Lyme disease?
I'm sitting here in a wheelchair and I can't do things. I can't be normal like other people.
There is a voice saying, you can end it.
I go into despair daily. I cry daily. I want to die daily.
Well, when I saw this doctor, you know, he said, you've got a long road ahead of you. It's not going to be easy. So that scared me. The unknown is pretty scary.
It is a national health crisis that is completely and totally being ignored and squashed. What is going on?